Welcome to Don't Sweat It, the podcast, the place where men drop the mask and speak their truth.
Sweat stands for speak with emotion and trust, because real strength starts with real conversations.
We're diving deep into mental health, addiction, sobriety, and all the emotions we're told to bury.
No sugarcoating, no tough guy act, just raw stories and unfiltered chats.
So lean in, open up, and let's do this together.
Because gentlemen, it's time to sweat it out.
Right, good morning.
Morning.
Today's guest is Matt Jenko, aka the Sober Scaff.
How we doing, lads?
Welcome.
All right.
So a bit by way of an introduction for Matt, we all grew up in the same part of South East London, same streets, same circles, same culture, and where we're from, substance use was very normal, not just drinking, cocaine, MDMA, pills,
Yeah.
cannabis, ketamine, you name it.
And the rest.
It's all part of the background. And Matt, your story is not just a polished narrative. I say it's about what happens when you remove drink and drugs and face yourself properly.
Yeah.
Would you agree?
Yeah, 100%.
So you're going to talk about a lot today. I suppose you might go into a few things, but yeah, you're the founder of the Sober Scaff,
Yep.
working in environments where these conversations rarely happen.
Yeah.
Rarely happen.
Don't happen enough.
Never.
Yeah. So we're not preaching today. You're not performing. It's just truth, consistency, and some lived experience. So this episode is about how substance abuse can take hold, other things, denial works, and what actually takes to keep away from everything and keep yourself grounded. So, Matt, welcome.
First of all, thanks for having me.
Welcome, mate.
Cheers for coming, man.
I'm obviously opening up the Sober Scaff. Something I've been wanting to do for a little while now. Do a lot of fundraising over the last few years, which stems back from when a close friend of ours, Tayshan, took his life, which evidently originated from substance abuse. Like you said, we all grew up in the same circle. We all went out raving. We all enjoyed a party. Some of us a little more than others. You know?
Try and keep the party going beyond the...
That's why we're here.
Yeah, that's exactly it, mate.
One night we was all out, we was all partying. We was all with him as a gang. None of us knew that that'd be our last time with him. He went home. Got a phone call the next day. Tayshan's in a coma. Hit us all. Hit the community. Like, he was the life and soul of the party.
Yeah, that was a hard one. That was.
Life and soul of the party, mate. So that's where our fundraising come from originally. This was what? It'll be 10 years this year.
Good while ago, yeah.
Oh, that's gone.
Yeah, 10 years
That's
this
gone
year,
quick,
mate.
man.
It's flown by. And so what we've done is when he passed, all the boys come together as a community. Everybody, not just the boys, friends, family, everyone from all around the manor, we all come together. And what we've done, we started we threw like an event, so a fundraising event, where we all got together. Again, a party. But we was young, we was naive. It's what we knew. I think I was 23 at the time, maybe. 24. And so we threw an event and we got fundraising, we got charity buckets, and everyone come down, threw a couple of quid in, you know. I think we raised tens of thousands of pounds. So we obviously donated that to his mum, his sister, family, towards funeral costs and just general life, just to make things a little bit more of ease, you know, at a hard time in their life and in all of our lives.
So young.
Such a young...
So it's too young. You know what I mean? No age. You haven't lived. You think you've lived. You're out partying. You're living life. We've been Ibiza. We travelled the world. You know what I mean? But there is no life living. It's life lost.
Yeah.
It's just it was a sore one for us all. But like I said, that's where rambling on. That's where the fundraising started. Moving forward, a few years had passed after Tayshan's passing. Me and the boys wanted to get together, start doing a little bit more.
Yeah.
Not just for the family, but we started looking at doing more charity hikes. We hiked up Mount Snowdon for mine charity, again raising thousands of pounds. This was
You've done really well with that one.
Yeah, we raised thousands, and then but it weren't just for Tayshan. In the midst of it, we'd lost another fellow friend, Jenkins from the manor as well. He sadly took his life for whatever reasons, and so we got a few of us together. A couple of Ginger's mates, a couple of Tayshan's mates, all local to the manor again. Went down to Snowdon, hiked up it, raised thousands of pounds. Mental health awareness.
It's something you do it annually, isn't it?
Yeah, something we like to do annually now.
Yeah.
Fast forward another couple of years. A dear friend of ours, a childhood friend, who Gizla's her brother, Layla, God bless her heart, she was taken from us too young as well. She was sadly murdered by her other half in front of her children in Bexley. I don't know if you remember it a few years ago. It was horrific. But obviously I remember getting a phone call and
it's hard to talk about.
It is hard to talk about. They're both sensitive subjects for me, you know, and it's we all struggle on the best of days, and it is a sensitive subject, but it's something that we need to talk about.
Need to raise awareness.
We need to talk about it. We need to raise awareness. With Tayshan, it's mental health. With Ginge, it's mental health. Like, it is drugs, it is narcotics, but these are things that need to be spoken about because without talking about them, we can't prevent them.
No.
And we need to prevent them. It's all well and good raising money, raising funds for the family, raising funds for the charity, but we need the awareness. We need to be talking. We need to be open.
Yeah.
So this is where I'm at now. So obviously with the Layla situation, that happened. Again, we come together as a community, opened up the GoFundMe, Just Giving. It went mad. We raised thousands of pounds for the mum, for the young children, of course. Again, just to give her the send-off she so rightfully deserved. And then I made it my sole priority, should we say, to every year, annually, do something for them children. As a friend of Layla's and a friend to the family who I grew up with on the same road, played around with, like, for years, do you know what I mean? All from Crayford.
Yeah.
All grew up, all played down the greens. It was, they were good times, you know? Very fond childhood memories. But, now moving forward, I've opened up the Sober Scaff, and that's for me to progress in my fundraising and progress in my charity. And so that's where we're at with that. And then
fitness as well.
Fitness is a massive side of it. Obviously, sobriety. I chose to go sober back in early November, so before Christmas, before my 35th birthday, New Year. I've come to a point in my life where I feel like I'm just outgrowing it.
Yeah, you will.
You do, and you do get... Some people do it sooner than others. Some people have a massive, cataclysmic shift in their setup, like becoming a father was what done it for me.
Yeah.
Like
100%.
some people, you just get to the stage where you go...
that.
Yeah. And other times you just go, do you know what? Enough's enough.
My children were a massive blessing for me. Massive. The minute I had children, everything... All the background just fizzled away.
Yeah.
I did stop drinking. I did stop partying. I did stop smoking. Like, they were my sole priority. And my wife, of course, you know. Family become my priority. But for others, they don't always have that.
No, I can't say it was the same for me. When Charlie was like a baby, I think that's probably when I was at the peak of doing what I was doing.
You was also a lot younger though as well.
Yeah, and it was sort of... that people say, like a lot of people say that a kid changes you. It didn't really. If anything, it sort of amplified it in a way. Like, but
stress.
He's got
coping mechanisms and stuff like that.
He's got the thing is, like, all that happens, like, now he's got the dad who's all, well, I was always there. This is the thing with me, right? Even though I could stay up for 3 nights in a row.
You still turn up.
And I'd still go take him to the beach. I was always there. Like, but it doesn't excuse it, but I was good at it. Do you know what I mean? Like, it was something I was good at.
Listen, we're not all the same, are we? At the end of the day, we're all cut from a different cloth. Like, my story is my story, your story is your story, and that's where but coming together, that's where we progress, and that's where we escalate.
Yeah.
And look at yourself now. You should be proud of yourself.
Yeah.
Look how far you've come. Do you know what I mean? And I think the same. And I want to bring awareness to all of us, all the boys, like, not just boys, women as well. And it's the same thing with Layla's story. Like, when I talk about her, I know we do a lot for mental health, we do a lot for men, and we do these marches and we do these walks. Like, I want to make this as, I don't know, like an advertisement for women as well. Like, if you're struggling at home, if you're in an abusive relationship, if you don't feel safe, you know, we always tell men, speak up, speak out.
Yeah.
Please, if you can, seek help.
It's sometimes they feel so locked in and trapped that they can't. And domestic violence is a
and it works from
bastard, mate.
It works from both things. Like, she was on the receiving end of someone who clearly had mental health problems. So it's heartbreaking.
To do something to the severity of what happened is I'm not taking it away from it. I'm not blaming it on mental health. Do you know what I mean? What happened, and it was horrific,
diabolical.
But like,
maybe if the help was there, that wouldn't have happened.
100%.
You know, this is what I'm saying.
Or if even if, because a lot of the time, some of this stuff, people reach out and they try and get some form of help, but a lot of the time the system ignores it as well.
Yeah, of course they do. Yeah.
You know, and like you hear stuff like this, repeated DV cases and stuff where, you know, ultimately she's there because she still loves the guy.
That's 100%.
You know,
and was childhood sweethearts.
Yeah.
Well, I say childhood sweethearts. They was together since they were kids.
Yeah,
I mean, they had 3 young children together. So
it makes it so much more tragic.
It makes it so much more tragic, especially for the children. You know, they didn't just lose one parent; they lost lost 2 that day. So, we have to do everything we can for them, and then I have to do everything I can for Layla's legacy, Tayshan's legacy, for the pair of them combined. And the way with the Sober Scaff, the way I'm looking at it, I need to look at the bigger picture, along with working with you guys at Sweat. Like we're building foundations at the minute
we are
to be bigger.
And this is a collab, you know, would never foreseen coming, but I'm so fucking glad we're making it happen.
100%. And it's the right step in the next direction. What we need to be doing. So I'm happy to be here, and I'm happy to be.
So if you're comfortable going, you know, you don't have to go. You can give as much detail or as little detail as you want. You might go into talking about the Tayshan situation. Yeah. If you're comfortable with it.
Yeah, I'm comfortable.
Yeah. Just how'd you start?
Well, you got to start with the partying, mate, because that's where it stems from. In my eyes, in my opinion, it all stems from the partying. The party just never stopped. It was just non-stop with everyone. Yeah. It was out every weekend. And you know what it's like in the raving scene, like yourself, you was in the drum and bass scene. Us boys, we're the house heads, like. And we used to go all over, mate. The Hideout Festival, Ibiza. We travelled everywhere. We went every rave. Sometimes we go out on a Friday. We wouldn't be coming home till a Sunday. Like it was, like, you know how it is, boys. Do you know what I mean?
And the thing is,
there's a load of you as well. Like.
You're firmed up. Like.
And when you're quite young, still you can manage it.
Yeah, enjoy
it. I always see it as like HP levels, right? You got a certain HP, and every time you do that, it takes a chunk off, and you're a little bit worse. You're a little bit worse off. You're a little bit worse 100%. Off, and that's when you can't. Like, it only takes probably a couple of, maybe even a couple of months, maybe a year of doing the same thing, and all of a sudden, it has a massive negative effect on how, you know, when the party is over, how you feel beyond that, and how long it takes.
Do you know
to
where
recover.
my brain just went to then? You were saying about HP levels. My brain automatically thought about brown sauce. And then I started thinking, are there different levels of strengthness to sauce?
There is. Different levels.
Health points.
Yeah.
HP, like when you game, you know, if you're playing like a game and you go like, oh, minus 10 HP, you're getting beaten. So I always say it's like HP levels.
And I'm thinking, I'm not, like, you're talking about something really deep, and in my head I'm thinking, is he talking about sauce?
Have you had breakfast? You hungry?
Yeah, a little bit.
Well,
but no, look, I'll rephrase it
though as well, doesn't it? It all escalates. There's always a starting point. So at first, it's all in moderation.
Yeah, exactly.
It's all in moderation. You're not doing it a lot, but then the more you get involved, the more people come out, the more use you start doing.
Yeah.
We go from doing 1 rave to doing 2
It's
raves.
exciting, isn't it?
Like, it is exciting. I had the time of my life when I was
I don't look back and regret it.
I don't regret anything.
It makes you who you are.
You can't live in regret.
Nah.
But like I regret losing friends through the time. That's what I regret. Do you know what I mean? But that's out of my control. But like I said, even with that, everything just progressed from going raving of a weekend to you then doing. We was doing 7 days in Ibiza.
Yeah.
7 days in Ibiza.
You're probably getting 10 hours of sleep across those 7 days, if that.
Look at it nowadays. You want to fly out there and fly home after one night.
Yeah.
You know, like.
Can you imagine doing like that now?
That does. That's all battering your body like that.
Yeah.
You know, it creates like anxiety, it creates paranoia, it creates confidence issues. They all compound, and then you start to have self-worth problems, and that's when you start to really go into dark places.
What happens is you bring it home with you.
Yeah.
You come back from these holidays, and then you start getting the Ibiza blues, they say.
Yeah, you isolate yourself.
And then you isolate yourself. You go to work, you drag in your reels, you're living for the weekend to get back out, and then, again, everything just starts progressing. And then it starts becoming more more apparent, like, and you just start doing it more and more and more. And then that's what happened with all of us, you know. And throughout the years, obviously I'm 35 now. This was, say, Tayshan was 10 years ago this year. You can imagine, not everybody comes away from it.
No.
Not everybody has family. Not everybody learns to better themselves or take themselves out of a situation, focus on work, focus on children, focus on a house, a living. Like, some people are still stuck in the moment.
You can only,
that's the sad part of it. Like,
some people do go down, like they do start to better themselves, but then triggers happen.
Yeah.
They get triggers that bring them straight back into it, you know? And that's the misfortune of it. Once you're kind of familiar with it, it's easy to fall back into those things. I still fight triggers.
Yeah.
One of the things I was talking about with,
I think we all do. We're all a victim to fighting triggers.
Yeah, and it's always there when you're involved in it, or you have evolved, and that has been a big part of your life, the partying.
We think you've grown up. You've grown up that way, right? And your whole personality is resolved around being that person. And all of a sudden you're like, oh, I'm not going to be that geezer anymore.
Yeah, it's like what you said to me the other week, Giz, when we was talking, and you was like, it's like your alter ego.
Yeah, it is. It's not the real version of you.
Yeah, you grew up as Giz.
Yeah.
I grew up, I'm known as Jenkins, do you know what I mean? Like, my name's Matt, mate.
Yeah.
Your name's Will, your name's Russ.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? We're adults now. Let's grow up a bit.
Yeah, because it is. You create this.
We're 35 now.
You create a character, don't you?
I wish I was 35, man. I'm pushing 40.
You know, but that's what I mean. You're going to be 40 soon. We can't carry on living the same life we was doing when we was growing up, when we was teenagers into adolescence, like into being adults, you know? Like,
a lot of the boys still are as well.
They are, mate. They are.
And the sad thing is like that you'll go past the point where actually you can transition still. And then, I don't know, we've all had our own pathways that have taken us away from it. I still have triggers, and they're not even negative triggers, all of them. Some of them are positive triggers. Yeah. You know, if I was going on a stag do or something, I would, like, if people were cracking on around me, I'd be very, very hard to stay away from. That's a positive trigger.
You know, that is a positive
trigger. I didn't go to your stag do because I was in the midst of my doing. That's when I
sesh, mate.
Yeah, and that's I didn't actually go to it because at the time I didn't feel like.
Take yourself away.
And I always kick myself for not doing it, because it's like when I went to your wedding and everyone was talking about we done this, and I was just, you think, oh, but why have I got to be sober?
That's how you weren't sober at my wedding.
No, because that's when I decided to go back to it.
My stag do was carnage, mate. If I could change it, I would, mate. Because I lasted one day. I lasted one day.
So you had to be smart, mate. I only did one night. That was all it was. We only did one night because I knew I weren't handling beyond that.
We went away for the weekend. I literally went out for one night and I went, nah, that's it, I'm done.
That's what
I
you need.
couldn't do the second day, mate. So me and a couple of friends, we took ourselves away. Sober Scaff. Some people were joking, you know. But listen, I had to do what was best for me.
And that's sometimes, and that's just one of the things is what I found, right, with sobriety is you become super selfish.
Yeah.
And you have to be.
You have to be.
Because you have to remove yourself from stuff. You have to be selfish.
You know what? I've never looked at it like that. You've got to be selfish.
And a lot of people will be like, people that maybe you ran in the circles with that still do the same thing. They'll be like, you've changed, you've this, you're a dickhead. Or whatever. No, because you're doing it. You've got to
say what you want.
And people are gonna get involved and say and talk. So just say like what we're doing now. The amount of people that are slagging me off for doing it and taking the piss. But in reality, mate, we've said this plenty of times before. What we're doing, you're just holding a mirror up to someone, and they can see themselves for what they are.
These people will reach out to you,
exactly that,
take their hats off to you, and wish they'd done it.
But they just can't see it at the minute.
Ever since I went sober, I didn't go sober.
You're going to get it as well.
Listen,
now.
I've had it. Yeah, I didn't go sober because I'm not going to say I had a problem with drink or I had a problem with drugs. Me, I didn't go sober for that. I went sober. I went out one night for a pal's. My mate was having a fight, and all the boys got together. We all went out. This was beginning of November, and I was having the same conversations with my boys what we was having 15 years ago. And I went home that night.
Penny dropped.
And I was sitting there and I was just thinking to myself, I'm fucking sick of it. I said, I am sick of it.
You just had that moment.
I just had that moment. I woke up the next day and it was from that day I woke up, I went, I'm not drinking no more. I said, I've had enough. Yeah. And I said it to the boys, yeah, whatever, you said this before, like, because I've gone sober a couple of months, or I think the longest I went was about 4 months before. But you said this before, you're drinking. You doubt me all you want. You know what I mean? Doubt me all you want. It means nothing. I wasn't a massive drinker anyway.
Yeah.
But like you said yourself, sobriety is not just drink, it's drugs. Yeah. And you know what goes hand in hand with it. Right?
It's more...
I'll be in a scaff, like...
There's more to addiction than what people realise. Like, it's not just drinking drugs.
No,
It's how you are around people. It's if you're how you are around women. It's it's all these things.
How you carry yourself as an individual when you're in active addiction, and maybe not even realising it. And people think, when you say the word addiction or an addict, right? They think, you're some nitty on the phone.
No, you're on it every day. It's not necessarily.
You could be a functional.
Do you know it's in you? It's in you. When you're a kid, look, do you know? I noticed. See my little boy. Like he's 11, and I notice traits in him. I notice traits in him now. Yeah. Like he'll eat his dinner mad fast, or he'll down his drink in one go, and he just does all this like excessive stuff. And I think to myself, because that's like, do you know what I mean? We'll keep an eye.
I got hit this one in the back early on.
It's in you from early. Like it's a condition. People think like being an addict's just he's on the sauce and that. It's not. It'll be anything. It's ADHD, mate.
Yeah,
it is.
People have porn addiction. Do you know what I mean?
Addiction, and addiction's not it doesn't have to be a daily occurrence. You get people that live for a weekend. Yeah, they say but don't get on it in a week. Yeah, but you're getting on it every weekend. In Cocaine Anonymous meetings, everyone's getting clean, but everyone's at it. Do you know what I mean? Because it's like they're trying to swap their addiction to something else. So everyone's just, you go to these meetings and there's all people cheating on their partners. And do you know?
Because it's a dopamine thing, mate. That's what you do. You're swapping the dopamine out. Whatever your dopamine fix is, whether it's before, whether it's alcohol, whether it's like, for me, I fucking love, I smoked weed day and day out for a long time. Yeah. But do you know what? I still sort that, I still get my dopamine fix. I still get it. But I get it now from coffee.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love coffee as well.
I love it.
He's like a fiend though. He's got this mad bit of kit in his kitchen and that. It's like thousands of pounds worth.
ADHD, one thing I learned.
He grinds the beans, so I always say it, like he's like a mad scientist.
He's got his grinder out for his beans and
stuff. He has, and he times it.
Scales I used to weigh fucking packet out with, I now weigh my coffee beans, mate. But
got it down to a fine.
You know one thing I learned recently, and because I looked into it and I was like, why can I have literally 3 double espressos in the morning, freshly ground coffee, and like 5 coffees throughout the day, and it doesn't affect me.
It's your addiction, mate.
Yeah, it's because of all the stuff.
ADHD. Right? It's ADHD in it.
That's why you could smoke weed as well.
Yeah, and that's why I could smoke weed and still function. Yeah. Because you're operating at such a low
frequency.
Not frequency, like your levels are so low, like dopamine, that it doesn't even give you that dopamine fix. It just doesn't affect you. Yeah. And I only learned that recently. But again, that's, for me, I swap it out. Some people, like you swapped it out now, you're active with the running and things like that. Some people swap it out for much better vices like gym and things. And that's perfect. But ultimately, you've still got that addictive streak in you. You're just swapping it out. Yeah. And if you can swap it for something better,
something positive,
that's what you want. Fantastic. Because what a lot of people do as well is they swap. For instance, say they're on, say, a friend of mine, they've been taking ketamine. They'll go, all right, I'm not sniffing ket no more. All right, yeah, sweet, hats off to you. Yeah, I'm just having a packet instead. Yeah, that makes it all the better, mate, doesn't it? But this is real life, and like it's a sad story. Do you know what I mean? Like I've had many friends go to me, yeah, I'm off the Keza. Yeah, but I'm sniffing a packet.
Yeah,
I don't think
hats off to you, mate.
I don't think you're ever going to be all right though. Like,
no, you're not.
Like, yeah, I'm clean now, but I still go for about 6 Red Bulls a day. That's not normal,
but
is
listen,
it?
What would you rather?
Yeah, you know that's what I mean. Like,
and what's got to be kinder to your pocket, mate?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like smashing
Red Bulls are getting quite dear now, aren't they?
They've got security tags on them, man. Tesco.
Tops of them.
Because people are just too busy nicking them out the shelves. I've never seen anything like a Red Bull with a tag.
You can't go and co-op and get a pack of fucking, what they call the dispersibles.
I've got to take this jacket off.
Mate, you weren't wrong. When we got these jackets and you said they make you sweat, I can feel my arm, mate.
This is a good little way to plug the jackets, isn't it?
Yeah. Right, this is our slogan.
Did you say that?
Silent men
nice.
break the loudest.
Right, and we're knocking these out for 50 quid. And it's all going towards the cause, so get yourself a jacket, you lot.
They are really good quality. Like when I say they make you sweat, it's just because they're good quality.
All the boys from the Run Club, like
they love them.
We'll have the website soon, won't we?
Yeah,
we'll have the website.
Yes.
But anyway, back to we're going off on a tangent. You know what's really good about this? Because we're all already friends and you know
conversations flowing a bit.
Yeah, and we can go off on a tangent
from the beginning. But I was a little bit wobbly at first, you know. But
and so do you know what? With the intro, usually I'll read off a script. But I'm trying to go off a script bit for the intro for you, but because of we're all acquainted, we all know each other. It's a bit difficult. I'm trying to be a bit professional with it. But anyway, we're going off on a tangent. This is your hour. This is your podcast. Like this is your chance. So I want you to talk about anything you want.
So that's where I'm at with the sober part of it. So that's where the sober part or the Sober Scaff comes. The next part would say we'd talk about the scaffolding. Obviously,
What up?
I was a little bit sceptical before I started it because obviously, Giz being a fellow scaff, you know, in the industry, mate,
Rife.
it's rife, mate, innit?
There's two things in the
it doesn't
industry.
matter
There's
what you know.
cocaine and
No,
steroids.
it's just construct.
Like,
all
look, I'm in
construction.
recruitment.
You're in recruitment.
And I've got an engineering qualification. I'm an engineer by trade as well. And even that, when I was on site, was always the same. But recruitment was the same. It's like, it's fucking rife.
Yeah.
Like that's why I had an issue with it because you're earning enough money as well, and you're never really a problem. But Monday mornings you're getting on it, Tuesdays you're getting on it, Wednesdays you're getting on it. Like,
within construction as well, they've got a bravado. These men have a bravado.
yeah,
You know,
100%.
and the egos start coming through. No,
Yeah. It's all ego.
Yeah, I'm a scaff rock going down the pub.
Who can do the biggest
Who's
M's?
coming down the pub? Yeah, who can do the biggest? Who can do the biggest line? Do you know what I mean?
Mate, I went on site. I was on site before. I remember I walked in the morning in the canteen. Like, I'm not going to say the firm or the names, but some of the lads, I think it was like 7 o'clock in the morning, and it was all. I walked into the canteen, like, and they had it all on the table.
Firms back in the day.
I thought they were. Do you want one? I was like, I ain't even had me fucking cocoa pops yet, lads. Do you know what I mean? Like, just,
Do you know, I would have been the first in there. I'd have been like, yeah, I'll dish them out. Dish myself a selfish one.
You've got to fuck someone off like that. Do you know what I mean? Because they're
unless you're doing it yourself.
They're a danger. Do you know?
Yeah.
But listen, back in the day, it was rife. It was all the time. I've been in the industry nearly 11 years. Yeah.
14
When I got into it, it was rife.
Yeah.
I weren't on a bigger firm.
It's
I
not
was on
like
one of
it
the smaller
was
ones.
then.
You get in a lorry, mate, and they're
Doing it straight away.
People are opening it up in a lorry. They got bags of beers in the lorry. Do you know what I mean? They're getting on the packet straight away. 6 O's in the morning.
Bearing in mind,
I'm like,
we're above your heads in the high street as well, like with
Yeah,
21
they're
foot
hanging over the
steel
top of it,
tubes.
And
it's-
you don't realise, you just go about your day thinking everyone's being safe in their work when you just fucking sitting up
Yeah,
there.
not to be fair.
Sitting up there twitching.
Yeah.
There's a lot of sensible scaffs though
There
as
is,
well.
especially this day and age. The
Yeah,
way
it's
the
different
industry has
because the
grown
health and
now.
safety has changed it all.
100%
You haven't got
it's
nutters
changed.
in bomber
It's like
jackets throwing
everything,
stuff
mate,
about
like,
anymore.
Yeah, it's like everything. Though site safety, you know, is such a big thing now, and random drug testing, things like that.
We've got it all.
Yeah, like, I remember that was one of the things. I remember when I was younger, I got thrown off a couple of sites.
Firms in the end will
that.
come to a point where it's just bang. It's a no-go. Do you know what I mean? It can't happen.
Well,
It
it's like-
still happens.
It's like when
It
you
still
talk to scaffolders, like the old boys that have done it in the 80s and that, like they're like, oh, it was quicker in my day. You think, well, because you
When
didn't
they're
have
on a
no,
spanner.
you didn't have no fucking handrail. You didn't do you know what I mean? There was no
handrail.
health and safety. Like they're all doing it. None of them have got harnesses on. It was a different game back then, like, and that's why things have changed now. And because the industry's changed so much and the health and safety is mental, it's actually transformed the type of scaffolder now, isn't it? And now they're all, like, you work in such a system that it is safe.
Yeah.
You can't really have an
But,
accident.
Again, it is still happening.
Yeah.
And it's still happening on site. And the reason behind the Sober Scaff as well is because, like we discussed before, going forward, I would like to support or be able to support people in the industry. But there is no support in our industry.
No.
Is there?
No,
Well,
you got
on site,
you got Lighthouse. They're doing. I'd like to
never
get them.
heard of them.
Yeah,
I've been in the industry, never.
that's
heard
the
of
only
them.
ones that I've seen. So like, I might
Fair play
give
to
them
them,
a shout.
you know
No,
what I
they're
mean?
doing really good.
Yeah.
Like, to be fair, but what I was talking to Matt and me and Russell spoke about this before as well. I'd love it if Sweat could go about
Doing
buildings.
talks on
Yeah,
sites.
like, but like, obviously we're scaff, so it'd be good to talk to other scaffold firms about, because if you look at the percentages of the suicide rate in scaffolders, it's the highest in the construction industry. It's the highest, and again, it's because of the cocaine and it's because of the steroids.
Yeah.
That's what's causing the problems. I had a good friend of mine a few years back, and I'm sorry if anyone's watching this and this affects them, but he went onto a building site in the morning and the scaffolder had put a 5-foot tube, hung it out of the scaffold on doubles and just hung himself. So when he walked onto site, there was just this scaffolder just hanging in front of everyone, like, and that fucked my mate up.
Yeah, of course.
Like,
And anybody who comes on site.
yeah, and a lot of this stuff happens, and it's because, like, it is, but it's the drug abuse. It's because when you get into the when you're young and you get into scaffolding, it's sort kind of like imprinted in you, like not from the firm, but from others. You know, I've got to be a certain way. I've got to be a
Be
boy.
one of the lads, mate.
Yeah, like I've got to do
Lads,
this. Yeah,
you've either
fucking.
got it or you haven't. And
Yeah.
That's it with scaffolding, mate.
Yeah,
You've
otherwise
either got
I'll
it. It's either in you or it ain't.
But then what no one tells you is, as you get older, these problems are going to interfere with your life, and then you're going to end up losing your family, and then and then you're going to struggle with addiction your whole life. So it's all fun and games at the beginning because you think you're young, but in the long run. But this is why what we're doing and what Matt's doing now. This is why this is so important, because with when we're trying to become an actual charity, like once we get funding and we get help, we'll be able to set up places and
just that amount of different avenues we're going to be able to go down just in order to help people.
To help other people. And that's why, again, on the next side of the Sober Scaff, which we spoke about already, was the fitness. Obviously, with the run club,
you've grown that very rapidly, haven't you?
Very quickly. Like that, I wouldn't say I have a big A.
Well, I don't know, mate. I think you have. To be fair, like because for your second run, and he's up to 40 like numbers already.
We've done well.
That's done all right,
that's good, mate.
I'd say,
that's off to you.
Yeah, thank you. Appreciate it. But like you said, we're local. We're a community, and again, like we come together with the fundraising and that, the scaffolding and construction is a big community as well. When they come together and they support, and it's been, the feedback's been unreal. I've had people messaging me saying, "You've changed my life. I've put so and so down the toilet because of you. I've chose to come on this run club because of you." You know, so we've gone from our first run from 11 people.
Even having 11 for the first run, mate, was good. Most people be
shout.
just them and maybe a mate on their first one, you know.
Yeah.
So
and then the second, we was in our 20s. This weekend we're on our third. I'm looking at 50. I've got a group chat with 46 people in it, and then we're linking up doing a collab with another run club tomorrow morning at Danson Park called Let's Run, Let's Talk. He's bringing, I think he had 11 men on his. He's bringing another 16.
I'll include all their stuff on this as well, so people can see.
I've got another few people who have said they'll come. Hopefully tomorrow be an even bigger turnout. Danson Park, 7 a.m. But this is to reach out, not just to scaffolders, but to men all over, you know. Like, and they're coming from all different ages. I've got a younger generation coming through. I've got people 17, 18 coming tomorrow. And then I've got people that are in their 40s and 50s.
The earlier you catch the younger ones, the better as well, really, with this.
Listen, the younger generation, I thought our generation was bad. The younger generation coming through are worse than us.
I know, yeah.
They are worse than us, especially like in every possible way. Not so much intellectually, like they've got a lot more support now, but they're introduced to it a lot younger.
Mate, right, I thought I was bad
Social
growing up.
media.
I was a proper shithouse growing up. The stuff my nephew's 19, the stuff I've heard, I'm not going to say it, but the stuff I've heard he's got up to, it fucking blows my mind. Like, I mean to myself, how the shit that, and I've always looked at him as, you know, quite a, like you were looking, cause an innocent sort of thing, and you know, okay, I thought he'd maybe would get involved in similar things because it's the same sort of area growing up, but the stuff I've heard, I'm like, wow.
It's different now.
Mind, so you're spat on the money there.
It's different. I had a lyric about that. It's like long were the days of rollerblades and bubblegum. Kids now want them double sums. Like it's mad, mate. Remember that one? Like it's mad, mate. Like it's because that's the mentality, and everyone wants to get that money quick now, and they're watching and they're seeing other people trapping and doing all that, and they want to do it as well.
That's
like
what it is. It's all image, mate.
Yeah, it's all image. And again, if you deep it that much, it's social media. Everything's social media. Everyone's trying to have the best. Everyone's trying to have the best motor and trying to do this. There's a young lad I work with, a little labourer, and I think he's just started seeing a bird or something. 2 weeks, and he's already bought up earrings and a bracelet. I think you've only been with her 2 weeks, mate. Like
because he wants to get that image.
As they get older, they'll realise though. Do you know what I mean? That they'll realise that.
And it's doing the run club's actually doing wonders, mate. Like hats off to all the boys coming down. I take my hat off to you, and I respect every single one of you. They're coming down, putting 110% in.
Yeah,
we've done our first boxing gym session this week as well.
Decent.
We had 6 boys, I think, from the run club turn up to the boxing event. We've done a class an hours,
That was Luke's one, wasn't it?
That was Luke's one, Luke Hills, mate. Brutal.
Yeah,
Put boys through the paces, but they stuck it out. Hats off to my mate Jim. Like he's been prolific. Like he's a bit overweight, should we say? And he used to love a beer.
Large up Jim.
Large up
Jim.
I mean?
Keep going, brother.
He has been down. He has stood by it. He's showed up every day.
Good.
He's been going out on his runs on his own. He hasn't been drinking, hasn't been partying. He's just been flat out, mate, with his training. And he's struggled. He has struggled, mate. Like
but
his feet,
he's consistent, mate.
But he's been consistent,
consistency is the key. I know it's so cliche, but it fucking is, mate.
Like, if you have to turn up for yourself as well, do you know what I mean? You can turn up for everybody else, but turn up for yourself.
Well, I say the other day, didn't I? I said that's where I've been failing. So I've been there recently. I'll be, you know,
Yeah.
underneath the surface.
Yeah.
I look like I got my shit together on the surface. I messaged not long ago and said, look, but I've been turning up for everyone else, but I ain't been turning up for myself
Your
recently.
biggest investment in life is investing in yourself.
Yeah, exactly.
Don't get me wrong, you can invest in your family. I love my family dearly, do you know what I mean? And I'll invest everything I have. Everything I do is for them. Even this, like I'm trying to inspire the younger generation. I want my children to be able to see this. I want my children to say, cool, look at my dad. You've got people out there, say social media, who people are looking up to when they're travelling the world doing stupid shit. Do you know what I mean?
They're idolising the wrong fucking thing.
Idolising the wrong people.
You've got to look after yourself, mate.
Yeah.
If you're not putting the oil on it, then the mechanism's going to get rusty sooner or later, innit? So you've got to keep it.
And
While we're talking about the walks and the run-ins and that,
Yeah.
right, on the 2nd of May, we've got the Chinatown Challenge,
big
right?
one.
So basically, we need...
plug in this.
Yeah, I'm plugging this, right?
Standard.
So we need you lot to get involved in this, sign yourself up, because we need to raise these funds to become a charity. Basically, we're going to start it at Chinatown, hence why it's called the Chinatown Challenge. We're going to be
8.6 miles.
8 points. It's not even that strenuous, like, and we're not running. Matt will probably leg it the whole way of his lot.
Well, that's
but
what
we
I'm
can just
saying.
walk behind
You ain't
him.
got to be fit.
If I can get the run club down,
Exactly.
I'll have the run club do it. Like I would love.
Do you know what you should do?
Yeah.
Just on a side note, start try and do a challenge. See if the run club can run it twice in the time that the walk club walk
Oh,
it.
you're asking something.
That'd be
fucking sick.
Yeah.
though.
So we could put money on
I
that.
reckon some of them.
I reckon they would as well.
Mate.
So basically, so we're going to be going from Chinatown. We're going to be going through to the Tower of London and back again. So all in all, it takes, they say 3 hours and 28 minutes. Anyone can come. So you haven't got to be fit. You're like anyone. This is for male, female. This is for everyone. We need everyone to get behind this. If you are
your
interested
dog.
in this,
Yeah.
DM us, DM any of us, and we're going to get involved because this is something that we're all putting together.
Thing is, other people can be open for fundraising as well. It's all for a good cause at the end of the day. So if you want to come down and you want to get involved in the walk, get involved in the fundraising as well.
Yeah, exactly
That's
that.
what you want. Get involved in the fundraising as well.
Exactly
because
that.
this is something maybe out of your comfort zone. You come down, this is something that you're not used to. If you want to come and have a run with us, come and have a run with us. We'll get you trained ready up to doing 8.6 miles and get your family and your friends to invest in you, you know, and come down. And it all goes to a great cause.
And every little helps, doesn't it?
Yeah. So, and also I'm going to be doing my fundraiser this year as well for the 3 children, like we discussed earlier, Layla's kids. This year, I always do, well, I've always done the mountain hikes, but this year I'm looking at going abroad and doing one. I'm looking at the Swiss Alps at the minute.
Oh, mate.
Oh, it's
Sign me up for that.
It is perfect.
What is it about? What is it? Yeah, and this is something that I've always. What is it about getting sober where you think, do you know what? I'm going to climb a fucking mountain.
I'm gonna climb a mountain.
No. Or have you seen? I can't remember his
Devil,
social, but he
it's
goes,
mad.
he takes a piss out of it. He says, "Oh, so you got sober and now you're just climbing loads of hills, are
Yeah.
you?"
I
He said that's a trigger moment for him. It's like,
But I'll tell you now, there is nothing.
Oh yeah, I've done a few.
There is nothing
Unreal.
in this world more
exhilarating.
When you reach the
exhilarating,
peak
that's
as well.
The word, exhilarating, and going
You're
up
welcome.
that mountain. Cheers, mate. Scab holder. And going up that mountain, reaching that peak, mate.
Yeah.
With the boys.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's
Doing it
it's-
as a
Family, with
collective,
your
innit?
wife,
Yeah.
Connection. Knowing that you've raised a substantial amount of money
For a good cause.
going to a great cause to help a great family at the end of the day. And a great charity as well.
But you know what? They're fucking lucky to have someone like you doing that as well, mate, because there isn't many people in the world, despite how it would have affected them, would have taken that on and such a responsibility annually. They might do it once, twice, but the fact that you kept this going and that, so it's commendable.
Well, it was 2 years yesterday since she'd been taken from us. And we went back, we let balloons off, and we went back down to the manor, like, where we're from. Met all the family, all the friends, like we all come together as a community, like I discussed before. And it was, I had so many flashbacks of when I was a child, growing up around the area, and you're seeing all the young children running through the greens, kicking the balls. Her children herself, I'd see one of them. It's like a breath of fresh air.
Nostalgic, isn't it?
Yeah, nostalgic.
Where was that down?
Down the greens.
Like, and you know, for me, obviously, I used to knock about there. I wasn't even. I was at the other end.
Yeah.
I was like, I was never. But everyone was just there all the time.
Yeah, all the time. That's where we grew up. The steps.
Bloody, it was like literally like cowboys and Indians.
And that's where
mate.
it was
It was
yesterday,
the Wild
mate.
West. It was.
The
It was.
kids were coming down the hill on the skateboard while we were all congregating.
Yeah.
You know? It was.
It's still like it's like gone
Nothing
back in
changes.
time.
It's nice to see that it don't change, though, isn't it? You know, like
And it was-
different generations, same stuff.
As much as it was not. What am I saying? As much as it wasn't
like a happy occasion.
a happy occasion.
Yeah.
Russ.
No, it's fine, mate. Listen,
It was
As
good
much as
memories.
it wasn't a
Bit of
happy
help.
occasion, it was humbling at the same time.
Yeah.
Do you
Yeah,
understand?
no, I do. Yeah, because there was growing up around the Dow and that as well. Like there were good times,
They were
mate.
very good times.
Like, and it was
Very
just
good times.
yeah. Like I look back fondly at them
Yeah.
times, and a lot of mad stuff happened. Like a lot of like some really
Some
fucking
really
bad
mad
things.
stuff.
But it was growing up around there, and it was like
Wouldn't change my childhood.
nah.
At all, mate.
Right, we have got a few. Well, we got about 10 minutes left, so you're not timing.
no,
it,
we
is it,
ain't. No, mate, we got 20. We didn't start till 10 past.
So should we do the sweat checks?
Do the sweat checks, but I'm sure you still got a lot more you want to talk about.
Yeah, we
If-
could do the sweat
yeah.
checks if you like.
Yeah.
And we'll come
Whatever
back
you
and
want to do,
finalise.
this
It's
is
up to you, mate.
I'm taking a step back, just throwing the odd word in here at the minute. So
Right, so this is sort of a little segment that we like to call do the camera thing, Russ. Sweat checks. Oh, and you sweat checks. Sweat
Ready?
checks.
sweat checks.
Sweat checks.
Ooh, unison.
That was That's gonna look good on the edit. Right. First one we've got. So basically, these are questions from WhatsApp groups, from social media, and people. And so the first one we've got. There's a lot of scaffolders in here,
Yeah, I
mate.
can
So
imagine,
I've
mate.
had to delete quite a lot of them
Yeah.
as well.
Some of
Imagine
risque.
imagine what they're saying. and
Yeah,
all.
like right. So the first one we've got Danny from Gilmoss. I think that's Liverpool.
Hey, Sober Scaff, I've got a good fucking question for you, lad. What's the earliest you finished on a Friday, and how soon after did you call it on?
Earliest I finished on a Friday and then called it on.
Yeah.
About 11 a.m. About 10:30 a.m.
That's such a
Straight from the
scaff
job,
question, isn't
straight
it?
into O'Neill's on the sauce.
Is that we're past O'Neill's
We walked
earlier.
past it earlier,
That
yeah.
O'Neill's, that same
Yeah,
one.
Carnaby Street, innit?
Yeah.
Because it's
Is it
so
Carnaby
it's
Street?
yeah.
Was it?
it's so easy to get when you work it, as you know, you've worked in
you're
the
in
city,
town,
like
mate.
you know exactly what it's like,
Yeah.
innit? Like, and when you're around,
Prolific.
because Russ, I know you,
And you
weren't in scaffolding, you was in like recruitment,
Recruitment.
and that's just as bad.
Yeah.
picture.
I think it's worse.
Well, that's
Wolf
what,
of Wall
that's
Street,
what
but on a-
Tayshan was in, mate. That's what he was in. He
Yeah.
was in recruitment, and like you said, it was prolific in the office as well.
Yeah,
in the
really
city,
bad.
the city life's probably just as bad as the construction.
Opened my
life,
eyes, mate, because I thought they was all like,
Yeah.
ties done up to the nines,
No.
all proper. You get through those doors and they're just like, right, they're fiends as well,
Yeah.
mate. And it opened my eyes to a lot. Think Wolf of Wall Street, but nowhere near as
Yeah.
debauchery in that.
Yeah.
But it was, like, I'll tell you my first experience, right, of anything like that, and I won't go into it too much, but I'm my first job in recruitment, and I'm just having a chat with somebody that was happened to me next to me. Next thing, a phone's come fucking flying past my head, smashed against the wall, and it was my manager. He was like, "Get on the fucking phone," and I was like, "That fucking hell,
Calm down,
get on the phone." But he's doing that because of that's how you're making money.
Yeah.
And they're making money, and everyone's just fucking. He's feeding people Charlie. You go into the fucking boozer and you're getting on it. And you're going back and you're just fucking like an animal, mate, on the phone, going, "Ah, ah," constantly. And that's
Ain't no
what it
good
was.
for the people that can't talk on it, though. Is
No,
it?
Well, mate, that was-
Go on mute.
Yeah,
there
what
was,
it is,
mate, there was
Back
one
the
guy that
money.
did that. There was one guy that did that, mate. And he's like that on the phone. He picked up the phone after having a fucking couple and that, and he's like, and we're like, oh, he's a
The other person has cleared.
Yeah, he's like, oh, mate, yeah, but yeah, completely different, but still different walks of life, but still the same problems, mate.
Right, next one we've got Richard from Edinburgh.
What's the worst date you've seen a scarf on a Monday morning or after a heavy weekend? I bet you've seen some fucking states, man.
Cheers, Rich.
I've seen some states, yeah.
Mostly in yourself.
The worst one I've seen is me and I was only a second fixer at the time. Me and my charge hand turn up at the job. Geezer's rocked up. We're on the job. Geezer's rocked up late. He's clambered up the scaffold, doing a temporary roof. He's had to come up over the flat roof. He's just rolled down the pitch into the gully, smashed
hell.
himself up the deck,
Yeah.
mate. Just laying there on the lift. Like, I won't name him. Like, "You right, mate?" He's like, I ain't slept all night. I can fucking tell, mate. Off you fuck.
Yeah, see you later, mate.
You can't work with people like that.
No,
Like, you
and-
can't. Like
They're a liability to everyone
Yeah.
else they're working with.
they're a danger to themselves, and they're a danger to us, and they're a danger to the general public, mate.
Yeah,
like,
that's the thing, isn't it? That's,
Like you say, you're doing fixings like 40 feet above
listen,
people's heads. And
you don't want to be a
do you know what I mean?
Bertie, you don't want to be a grass, but sometimes you just got to pack up and say no.
Yeah.
You ain't got a fucking Bertie.
I think the ripple effect that can happen from just one mistake could be catastrophic, mate. So yeah,
mate.
you know that there's a time and a place when you have to kind of do something. Like you say, you don't want to be a Bertie and that, but you don't want to be a grass. But sometimes you got to kind of you got to call it when it needs to be called out.
Sometimes we just used to, if it was too much, mate, we just pack our own tools up.
Yeah,
We would say we're leaving.
yeah.
Or I'm going to another job. If you're able to do that, it works. You know, some firms you can't get away with that. Do you know what I mean?
Right, how many we doing? How many sweat
got
checks?
two more. So I got one more. I got one from Chris from Bishop Stortford.
Chris.
My name's Chris, I'm also a scamp. Just wondering, when's the last time you rubbed one out in the drying room?
When's
the last time I rubbed one out in the drawing room? Yesterday morning.
This is what I mean. And half of these questions I've had to delete.
I mean, these are the safe ones. So
This is what I mean about scaffolders. Do you know what I mean?
Right. The next one is from Jack from Belvedere.
What's happening, boys? I've got a question for the Sober Scaff. As a fellow scaffolder, I think it's quite hard to find a good lunch, especially working in London. What's your favourite lunch?
That's not a bad one.
Normal question. There you go. Yeah. Sweet,
Cheers,
Jack.
Jack.
Appreciate
Nice one.
that one, mate. Me, I can't stand a meal deal. They drive me crazy.
Agreed,
If I'm in town, I'll go for the street food. Every time.
Out of curiosity, what's your
brother?
if you do go for a meal deal, what angle do you go with?
Most for as least money. So I'll buy like the fucking smoothie because it's like £3 on its own, and I'll buy and it's always a grab bag of crisps because that's what they are. But I'll try and find the sandwiches that are like
Shaking
threefold and that.
Making sure they're full.
Yeah. No, yeah, the grab bags and that, and it's always like free. Like I'll try and get like the chicken triple or something.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Because I'm all about the most money for, and if I'm paying £3.50 for it or £4, I'm like, I'm winning.
What sandwich would you go for though?
The chicken triple. That's what I'm saying.
Chicken triple,
something like
just because it's more.
Because it's more of it. Or if I can't say it, like a nice fucking wrap or something.
Not a ham and cheese sub. You get with it. You know, you get
too bland, mate. Too much bread to meat, like too much bread to meat ratio in it. Anyway, what's yours?
Little chicken and bacon.
Caesar.
To be fair, mate, all meal deals taste like fucking cardboard anyway. Let's be honest.
They do. They're shit.
Yeah, street food all the way, mate.
Street food all the way,
if I can find a gaff that does like a chicken tikka wrap or something like that.
Nice.
Borough Market, mate.
Yeah.
Borough Market's the one. I remember we went at lunch once and we realised they sold oysters. And I remember, so there was like 5.
You ain't having oysters.
No, so we bought a
mate.
platter of oysters.
Oh,
right, we were sitting there. So everyone had a beer. Everyone had all these oysters. There was about 4 of us eating them. And then another scaffold firm walked around the corner, saw us with all the oysters. And they was just like, fucking, what firm
these boys
do you
get
work
paid
for?
far too much.
Where'd they find you, boys?
Some posh cunts.
But yeah, anyway, that was sweat checks.
Right.
And that's about it, mate. We're in time.
No, we've still got 10 minutes, bro.
Oh.
You keep trying to sell this short.
Oh.
Keep trying to sell this short. So, is there anything that you want to touch on, Matt? That you
We've covered the sober side of it.
Yeah, and your run clubs.
Yeah,
and
we covered the run club. We covered the two fundraisers I do each year.
anything you
Covered
want
the
to
Chinatown one we're doing.
Yeah. Anything else you want to raise awareness for? Anything that is important to you at the minute, or anything that you feel like needs to be spoken about while you got this platform?
We've done that with the industry, with the men's mental health. Obviously, no, I think we're nigh on covered, Russ, mate.
Okay. All right. Well, what we're going to do then, we're going to talk about upcoming collaborations, events. I know you say that what you're doing with us and the walk.
Yeah.
We should really talk about where you see the long-term vision for the Sober Scaff.
Yeah, love
and
that.
where you think it should go, where you expect it to go, and what you want to get from it from a personal and from a professional level, but from the platform that you're creating for yourself.
Yeah.
If you're happy to go.
I
into
very
that.
much have the same sort of vision as you. I want to build. Well, we want to become a registered charity, don't we?
Yeah.
We want to have a foundation. We want to have a safe place for people to come and confide in, open up, talk. That's what we're doing on the Run Club as well. We're not just running. It's not just fitness. We meet up, we stretch out, we run, do our 5K, but the vital part of it is coming back. We come back to the boathouse, we sit and we have a coffee for half hour and we talk.
I love it. We're seeing more and more of this happening now. We've got Robert Icy and Tom Skinner's
they're
mental
doing
health. So shout out you two for doing that as well every Sunday. So check
and
their
that's
page.
actually, do you know what? That's not far from me, and I want to.
Get involved with it.
Yeah, because that's only 20 minutes down the road for me.
Support them
The era fees or like, because where I live now, because I'm from the Manor, but I now live in Essex. It's a bit of a fucking journey for me to come down.
7 a.m. You know.
Yeah,
I just love to see it. I love to see everyone's trying.
Boys,
Do you know what I mean?
everyone's just benefiting. That's all it is. It's just beneficial.
that's what I mean.
It's all round beneficial.
And it's a ripple effect, mate. The more people that do it, like what you're doing every single week, there's more people getting involved. Your socials are growing off of it. Like what them boys are doing, more people are growing. And that to me it's what it's all about.
And
it's what it's all about.
They're replacing their bad habits, like we spoke about earlier. That's exactly what they're doing. They're replacing bad habits.
Well, because if they're out on the sesh Saturday night, they ain't getting up for Sunday morning. So
Or
they
Friday.
feel, exactly.
They're not going out.
If I have a
That's
drink
what I
on a
mean.
Friday, there's no way I'm running on a Sunday.
No. Sets you back.
I couldn't do it. Like I just couldn't do
And
it.
because of that, and they feel, an obligation, like, okay, we've got to be there sort of thing, So they're turning up for it because they know there's accountability there. Because if they're not there, they're probably going to get asked why they weren't there, and they're going to have to face themselves and go, I fucking did this last night. And it's that accountability factor as well that comes into the consistency side of it.
So, on a bigger scale, obviously we'd like to do that where we can make a safe haven. But not just for men, again, like we spoke about earlier with the Layla situation. Like, I'd like to reach out in time. I'd like to be able to do things for domestic abuse for women that feel unsafe.
It'd be great calls, mate.
I think that there should be more men that stand up for women nowadays. Yeah. You're seeing it more and more as it goes on, that women, they're scared to walk the streets. They're scared to stay in their own homes.
And it should be a lot more. I mean,
there should be a lot
go
more
without
men.
saying.
There should be a lot. I watched a video online the other day, and it's a man and his missus, and a random man comes and starts attacking his missus with a knife, and the man's got his rucksack on, and he takes a step back, and he does nothing.
I've seen that same video.
He does nothing.
I've seen that same video.
And this man's attacking his wife or his missus for God knows how long, and he waits for all the bystanders to come in, and start attacking. And he still doesn't get involved.
It infuriated me, mate, watching that. Yeah, I've seen that same video.
There should be more men that stand up for women in this world. Not in this country, in this world, mate.
Yeah.
So in time, I would love to have a platform along the lines for something to help domestic abuse. But not just for that, for the children of trauma as well. Because once these children grow up, they might need to lean on us.
Yeah.
And children, like we discussed earlier as well, like they don't get the support either, I don't think. No. Remember the support you got in school when you used to have the old police officer turn in, don't do drugs. That was it. That's all you got.
Or telling you a story of what happened.
Yeah.
Or like a horror story of what happened to somebody.
Yeah.
But it never stopped me.
Like the old ones where they jump out the window and it's
he's
just done a dab of acid and then they go through the window.
Until you get older though, that them horror stories start coming through.
Yeah. So, but like, what you're like the children being victims of it, because I mean, ultimately, mate, the horrors that some of them will have experienced, they'll take that into adulthood, and they'll have their own demons.
And then the cycle continues,
and it does continue.
And I would love to support childhood trauma as well. Something that resonates with me.
And even down to like what you're saying about the DV, like domestic violence side of things, but educating men, like it should go without saying, but educating men like how to you had to carry yourself. It's like goes back in like the 60s, right, when you'd have. Before a wedding, they'd have like housewife lessons and stuff. Yeah. Like it feels like men need that today, like to treat women with respect and to not, how dare you fucking put your hand on a woman? Like who the fuck are you? Doesn't matter what your mental state is. Like I've been at my lowest of my low, and guess what? My wife was my fucking rock in them times, mate.
Yeah, I've always
never gonna put an hand on her ever.
I've always put that into.
It doesn't come into there.
No,
mate.
No. How I taught my little boy, how I've taught him, when he was young, I always used to say to him, "Girls get kisses and boys get punches." Yeah. That's what I know, but I imprinted that, and he knows. Do you know what I mean? Because it's like you don't.
I mean, mate, I've even had it with an ex many moons ago, in my face, begging me to whack her, calling me a pussy because I wouldn't whack her, trying to get me, pushing my buttons, and like. But I remember when we first got together, one of the things she said about her ex was he was very violent towards her. Oh, I fucking wonder why. And she never got that rise out of me, and it infuriated. I remember at the time. I mean, that was one of my proudest moments as a person because of my mum and dad, my mum and dad especially raised me like you do never Never do that. And
My
if
mum
you
did as
do,
well.
if you do, you better fucking disown yourself
Yeah.
because if we ever find that sort of thing, like you don't ever do that.
Mm.
But yeah, I remember that. And I remember thinking to myself afterwards, like, this is a woman I'm supposed to be in, like, supposed to love me, wants me to do that, just so she could then play the victim.
Yeah.
But on the same note, there's so many men out there that will do that to a woman that does not fucking doesn't do anything, doesn't do nothing.
No,
like
do it for
they
anything,
just
mate. Just
they
bullies.
just the
all they
bullies.
are,
That's
just
exactly
bullies,
it.
mate.
Bullies because of
9 times out of 10, they can't go and do that to a man.
Yeah, we had this
That's exactly
conversation
what I
the
was
other
gonna
day.
say,
Do you know
Wouldn't
what I mean?
stand in front of me and fucking do it.
You look at the type of men that do it, mate. They ain't the type of men that stand in front of a real man. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, do you know what? Yeah, years ago, there was a couple fighting up, where was it? Was it Deptford High Street? And there was like, and he was like hitting this woman. And I thought, I ain't fucking standing there watching this. So I jumped on him. And then next thing I know, she was on my back attacking me.
Yeah.
And I thought,
Mate,
and I'm
exactly
sitting there thinking, I'm just
because-
trying to fucking help you. And they're both attacking me.
But it touches on what I said earlier because she still loves him. That's why a lot of the time, like,
Yeah.
she still doesn't matter that he's beating the fuck out of her.
Yeah.
She's like, get off him.
Yeah,
I'm like,
she-
I'm
all of a
trying to help you.
sudden now he's in danger, and that fear of.
Oh, can you imagine the conversation? I love you, babe, afterwards. We done him. Like, I'm trying to help.
Well done.
Good. We done that, cunt.
Like, don't get me wrong. Look, I know they're big ambitions. Like, I'd love to help everyone. You'd love to help everyone. They're big ambitions, like men's mental health, domestic abuse. Or like, I'd love to help everyone. They are big ambitions. They are big visions. They are big goals.
But these are the foundations we're laying now.
These are the foundations. Rome weren't built in a day. I'm not saying I'm going to do this right now. At the minute, we're just taking one step at a time, trying to do the right thing week by week, growing our community, and then just looking at the bigger picture. But you have to set goals and you have to have these visions in life.
Yeah, you do, mate. Yeah.
It's all about visualizing it. Like I'm like what Rob Icy said on our very first podcast. Said everything is created twice. Everything started with a vision.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I firmly believe that now. I live my life by that, and I understand that. And that's exactly what you do. You start with a vision. And that's you creating it once, and then when it becomes what you envision, that's the second.
Who said Bob? Who wrote the Secret?
Oh God, no, yeah,
Bob Pratchett.
I can't remember, but
He had a saying: "If you can think it, you can hold it."
yeah,
And that's pretty much that, and it's just, and it's such a literally everything comes from a thought.
Yeah, mate.
So they're big ambitions, but do you know what, mate? Sky's the limit.
Yeah, 100%.
So hold yourself to them ambitions. Keep doing what you're doing. I guarantee
for-
there's a lot of people very proud of what you're doing.
It goes for everybody that attends as well. Like, set yourself a goal. Come along. Come get involved. You'll feel better for it, 100%.
Mate, she say I've got a vision board next to my desk with
You
work.
need a vision board, mate.
And on that vision board, I've also got a list of my 2026 goals.
Yeah.
And there's certain things that they're financial, they're professional, they're personal, they're everything that, and they're what you if you've put it out there
you
and
need
you
to put it out to the world.
read it every morning, have a look at it every morning. That's what you work
Choose
towards.
faith. Surrender it to God.
Amen.
100%. Amen.
Amen. I think we are very close. I think we've probably got about a minute left. So
We need to do this interpretive dance that we keep talking about. We need to express our emotion with interpretive dance. Yeah, we have to do it one day. One day we're going to surprise them and then just
I've
do
got to
it.
be honest, right?
Sweating on the sofa.
Yeah.
I've got to be honest. I need to get my flexibility up for it because I might try and do some contortionist stuff.
I'm like, it's going to happen.
Can you twerk?
What, today? Or just
Yeah, do you want to try?
Yeah, we'll wait for the cameras are off and I'll give you a right show, mate. Do you know what I mean?
But listen,
Wait for the cameras.
Yeah.
Matt, pleasure having you, mate. Thank
Mate,
you for coming down.
Proud of you, brother, as well. Keep going, man.